One Way Out Ministries is a ministry that helps women come out of hard lifestyles that they can't seem to find their way out on their own. We just help them get back up on their feet and believe that they can live again.
I came from an environment and a place where prostitution, drugs, and everything, that's what I was around growing up. And so I didn't think anything of it when I started doing it myself until I had a gun put to my head and I was brought into the house that I was supposed to be going to. And it was 4 days that I was there.
When I was like 28, I would say, I got a job bartending, and that led me into using drugs and meeting different men, going home with different men. And then I met this man who I call Prince Charming, and he got me using meth. And then from there, my life went downhill.
My father was a Hell's Angels, and he still is. I was raised into a gang life. I was raised to sell drugs, to sell women, to do just a little bit of different things that aren't really they're not acceptable. When I was a teenager, I tried to get away from it, but when you're raised in that kind of lifestyle, you can't just get away. There's repercussions, and there's violence that happens if you try to just leave.
I started selling meth and then selling myself. He was selling me online. He would, make me do the dates, and if I didn't want to, he'd hit me and take the money and leave me for 3 days. And I said, I don't want to live like that no more.
I think that I felt very lost, and I knew that I would have to leave, and it would have to be one night. I would just pack my stuff and go, and that's how it would have to be. And I would have to cut ties with everything and everyone that I ever knew. And it led me all here to the program and to where I am right now.
I think that I turned to One Way Out because I have basically tried everything else, and the only peace I found was with Jesus.
The healing process for One Way Out Ministries to help women is to start from scratch, and not any woman comes from a cookie cutter. We try to figure out what are their needs. Seeing girls graduate, seeing girls get jobs, seeing girls be restored to their families is amazing. It makes everything that we do worthwhile. There's just nothing like a girl getting set free and living her life.
I got my own place now. After 4 years, I got keys to a real door instead of a hotel room key. I have a car and my driver's license, and my probation officer just gives me hugs every time I walk in. If it wasn't for One Way Out, I would be dead or in prison. I know for a fact. And my kids wouldn't have a mom or a grandma. And I have a whole life ahead of me now because of this program.
I feel so much better being able to live daily this way than the other way, where I'm hustling and stressing and fighting, and I got all these voices in my head, and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know what I'm doing. Today I wake up, I have a routine. I'm happy inside. Even on my bad days, I still have joy, and my kids are happy, and so that brings me joy. And I don't think that I would be where I'm at today if it wasn't for Pastor Jeannie.
There's so much to be thankful for, whether it be the bed that I sleep in, or the roof that's over my head, or the store that I work in, or just that to me is joy. I feel great about myself now. I feel like I've completed something. I feel like the possibilities for me are endless now.
God wanted me here, and so he led me here, and he said, if you go where I ask, I'm going to make the pastures green. And so I let him lead me to pasture. And today, I live in green grass. So that's really all I know.